Hello, friends!
Welcome to our brand new podcast, Kidsplorers. We are so excited that you joined us on our journey to explore and discover all sorts of new things. We decided to create this podcast because we're a very curious family that just loves to learn about everything that gets our minds curious. So guys, are you ready to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Daniel. I'm 8 years old and I love mythology from all around the world.
And I'm Isabella. I'm 5 years old. My favorite thing in the world is penguins.
And I'm Susanna, Daniel's and Isabella's mom. I love teaching them all the things that I know, and I love learning all sorts of new stuff along with them. It's so fun to learn new things together. Some of our favorite things to learn about are animals, history, mythology, and so much more.
I'm so excited to get started. What should we learn about on our very first podcast ever?
I know. We should learn about my favorite thing in the world, the penguin.
That's a great idea, Isabella. I'd love to learn more about them too.
Hey guys, I have an idea. Why don't we pack our bags and fly out to Antarctica to visit our friend Professor Smarty Pants to learn all we can from him about these awesome animals?
Great plan. To the airport!
Whoa, that was a long flight, and boy, it is cold.
Look, there's our friend Professor Smarty Pants.
Welcome to Antarctica.
Thank you, Professor Smarty Pants. We're so excited to be here to learn about penguins.
Oh look, there's a whole sea of penguins.
Oh, yes, this group of penguins is called a colony. Penguins live in huge groups together to protect themselves against predators.
I always wondered who could be a penguin's predator.
The penguin's biggest threat is the orca whales and seals, but penguins are very fast swimmers thanks to their flippers and can often outpace their predators. Because penguins are flightless birds, they can only move around on land and in the water. On land, however, they can be very slow because they have short legs, so they hop, waddle, or slide on their stomachs to move around. When there are hills, they often slide on their tummies and can go quite quickly.
That sounds just like us. We love to slide down on hills when there's snow.
Look over here. These two penguins are Penga and Rosie. They are emperor penguins, which is the biggest penguin species in the world. Rosie just laid an egg and will be leaving soon to find food, while Penga will stay to incubate the egg.
What does incubate mean?
Incubating means that Penga will keep the egg on its feet with the stomach fat covering it to keep it warm until it hatches.
Professor, what do penguins eat?
While they wait for Rosie to return, Penga actually will not have any food to eat. Meanwhile, Rosie will be eating lots of fish. When she returns, she will feed that fish to her brand new chick by regurgitating it.
What does that word mean?
It means that the mama penguin will feed her babies the food that is in her tummy. That means that she will bring up the food that she has already digested in her stomach to feed the chick.
Ew, throw up!
Yes, it's not a very appetizing way to eat.
I know an interesting fact about penguins. Penguins are carnivores.
That is correct. This means that they eat other animals, such as squid, fish, and other small ocean animals. This food helps them to build a layer of fat on their body, which keeps them warm in the cold temperature that they live in. The penguins also produce a special oil that they spread over their feathers to stay waterproof when they swim. It's like going to the spa.
Oh my, imagine that! Professor Smarty Pants, are emperor penguins the only kind of penguin?
Great question. No. Imagine there are 17 different penguin species. The emperor penguins are the largest penguins in the world. The smallest is called the little penguin, and they are very small blue penguins.
Do all penguins live in Antarctica?
Some do, but others live in Africa, Australia, and South America.
Hey, Professor, I have a joke for you. What do you call a cold penguin? A bird! Get it? Get it?
Ha! That's a good one.
Speaking of cold penguins, it's actually getting very cold. I think it's time to go back home. Thank you so much, Professor Smarty Pants, for this incredible field trip. We learned so much about penguins.
My pleasure. Until next time.
Oh, that was a cold trip.
I loved seeing all the penguins.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I'm so excited to learn about more interesting things next week.
Me too. Friends, join us again next week as we learn about one of Daniel's favorite topics, Norse mythology. We hope you liked today's episode. Please share our podcast with all your friends who you think would like to join us on our explorations. We will be happy to hear your feedback and suggestions for future episodes. In the meantime, if you liked our episode today, we will be so excited if you could give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other platform you listen to us on. It will mean so much to us. And this is it, the end of our very first episode.